So I can't search myself out on CFN anymore. I don't know why not. And because of that, I can only look up my most recent 50 replays on my own profile. Whenever I try and search myself on CFN, it just doesn't work. So even though I played more than 50 matches, I only have the most recent 50 matches from my ranked. So there's like missing matches. This is from a while ago. I didn't catch the date. I wasn't looking at it. So this is like 2 months old. But I just never put it on YouTube, so here it is. Man, Akuma bleeds when you hit him. Those feel good. I think I'd already fought this guy, and I think he beat me. And then I'm running into him again. And I got a perfect, and it's like, ha. I think I ran into this guy like 3 or 4 times. I found 2 Akumas, I think. It's been a while, so I don't remember super well. Again, it's been like a month or 2. Yeah. Oh, that was... I should have actually not attacked on the way down. The back Pierce. Let's pretend on anyone with any halfway decent reversal. Or anti-air. Nice jump. This Akuma is running VS2 VT2, which I think is extremely Chad. Akuma's VT or his VS1 is like pretty redundant, to be honest. Like you can just do light Tatsu combos for a lot of the same stuff. You lose a parry if you're picking VS2, and that's kind of a big deal. And you lose like technically optimal combos, but his like slightly less optimal light Tatsu combos are like almost as good. And your V-meter build actually probably gets better with VS2 because you can charge it. But outside the corner, your combos are a lot worse. Yeah, and you lose your side switching. There's a lot going on with Akuma's VS2. It's pretty weird. It's hard to imagine a V-skill that could possibly be better than Akuma's V-skill 1. It's like one of the best V-skills in the whole game, if not the best. And it feels like they didn't even really try to make a V-skill that was as good. Like, a lot of V-skills, for characters with really good V-skills, their second V-skill is usually, like, also really good. But Akuma, it's like, what the fuck were you doing? But what it does provide is super weird, so that it kind of feels like it might actually be balanced. There's my optimal meter build. Isn't it cool to see me actually doing that? Like, there's no way to measure the V-meter build from, like, holding the key eye. How useful is that? I don't know. You just have to play a lot and then figure it out. That's a completely different function. Technically a good trade for me. I get Oki and I get, How did I let him jump out of that? Oh no, Beth. You talking about the V skills? Because I was talking about the V skills. VT2 and VT1 are both really good. It's hard to say for me which one is better. I think people underrate VT2 a lot. I mean, VT1 is obviously better, but it's 3 bars versus 2. And once you factor in the price, I feel like they're really close. Oh, is this the one Bison? At some point, I fight a Bison player, and it's like a miracle that I win. I like scrape my victories. Like, I should have lost like several times over, and I could have like, after the match, I could have went out and bought a lottery ticket. Urian's is okay. It's better than his... I think in almost all matchups it's better than his V-Skill 1. But it actually doesn't power up his combos almost at all. They're like barely better. The main thing it does is give him easier V-meter build. It's kind of hard to use the V-Skill 1 to build V-meter. But V-Skill 2 it's very easy. I probably fought at least one person from Japan, but I can't think off the top of my head how it went. I was playing Art and it was full speed for both of us earlier today. That's across the US. Oops, didn't forward dash. Should have. No, the one where I like completely scraped the win. Oops, that was a mistake. I had low short. I could have had low jab tatsu. The Bison where I completely scraped the win was running V trigger 2, I think. Jump strong usually works there. Bison technically can bait it, but most of them don't. Most of them are unaware that I can even do that, I feel. Yeah, I did. I fought Shen. It was 8s for me, and it was fine for him. Amazingly, despite the fact that I was playing against Shen playing his main, and despite the fact that it was incredibly laggy for me and not for him, I actually did manage to win a match. Proudest achievement right there. That same short is actually a punish on light scissor kick. That's light scissor kick's -4 on block. We only had 4 matches. We played a first to 3. And because I won 1, and then he won the 3, we had 4 total. It was laggy shit for me. Caught the forward dash. Fuck you, Bison. It was laggy as shit for me, and I thought it would be laggy as shit for him, but then it turns out that like it wasn't laggy for him. And I was like, oh. Most of my matches in this game are really lagless. That's always been true. I like can't even say it's gotten better with recent patches because I just rarely have lag. I had a lot of lag at the start, but I upgraded my internet, and now I have almost none ever. I got like 100 megabytes down now. Back in the day, I had like 50, and I couldn't stream and play the game at the same time because it would lag so bad. I even had an emote that was like a fucking burning computer for how bad it lagged. Called Bafnet. Well, yeah, as I said, it's not laggy for me. I can't say it's laggy for other people. It doesn't seem to be because people rarely pull. Yeah, there it is. There's the emote. People usually go both games against me. I can't say for sure if it's like if they're not having lag, but it looks like they're not. Because like, you know, they do things that require reaction. He was going to trigger cancel that, so it wasn't unsafe, but I definitely should have blocked it. I think in the sit down, I think I had one opponent where it was laggy, and it was like pretty laggy. Or like it was like seamless, and then it had a spike, and then we both backed up and jabbed, and then it went like back to normal. My short. He clean beat it with his medium kick or whatever. Medium scissor kick I think is -2. So I can, or -3, so I can crush jab that one. Ah, I let him do it. Look at that increased pushback though. Not a big deal. I feel like that trigger, I mean that skill went from being kind of good, or like it's good if the opponent's not ready for it. It's good if they don't know the matchup. But against someone who does know the matchup, it's really hard to use. Oops. What was I just saying? I was like waiting for that too, and I still didn't get it. But ever since they made it push back more, I feel like that hurt it so badly. Gotcha. I should have thought it canceled. No quick stand. That was bad by him. How did he do nothing? Fucking great mysteries of the universe. I miss majors. I don't go to majors. I just like watching them. It feels like every 3 or so weeks it'd be like a fighting game major. And then sometimes a few in a row. That'd be like something to do on my weekend. Put that shit on while I'm doing other shit. Chromecast that to my TV. Gotcha. I'm simultaneously very fortunate and simultaneously very unfortunate that the locals close to me are really fucking skilled players. So I'm like a complete nobody when I go. I used to have locals in Riverside where I was like quite good. But now it's like Wednesday night fights, it's like I'm just a fucking face. That's a heavy one. It's kind of hard. I don't know them all apart perfectly. I can usually tell when one's heavy, I usually can tell when one's light. So theoretically I can tell them all apart. But they look different when they're being blocked from close or far. Do I cash out? No, I don't. I think that's probably the right play. Gotcha. Strongest Oro is such a lame claim to fame. I was talking about SF5. If Oro was in this game, I would play him probably on principle. I'm not horrible versus Bison. I used to be. Now I kind of know a lot of his gimmicks, but it's I'm still not super good against him. Grabbed a low short. Or I would actually fit fairly well into the SF5 system. I've like a lot of people come in and ask me about that. That was a punish. I should have canceled it. Oh, I got him. Epic. I could have done the punch and ended him without using any meter. Instead I did the kick and then had to burn a bar. I was like, oh. Really bad decision. I thought short would punish that, but maybe I didn't do it as a reversal. Ugh, I hate when Bisons get, like, they start getting their, like, normal pressure. I feel very helpless. Even though, like, Bison has to take risks to keep it going, technically speaking. That neutral jump rarely does anything. It's not a good neutral jump. Punished! Oh. Most M Bisons, once you punish it one time, they just never do it again. I think this guy is one of those. Sakura stand short is, like, without question the best light normal in the game. That was a mistake. But, you know, it worked. How is he alive? On, like, 2 levels, how is he alive? Whenever I try to shimmy on Bison, he throws me from really far away. Kind of a bad jump. Gotcha. Scary. Very scary. We both had 0 health. Guile. This matchup can be... I think this is one of Sakura's worst, but it's not super bad. It's like 4.5, 5.5. The thing is, online it feels a lot worse. Because one of my main things that's really useful in this matchup, I feel like I talk about this whenever I fucking play against Guile, is EXTPing through a fireball, which you can do from like quarter screen or closer. Well, there's like a very specific range where you can do it, because if he's too close, it's hard to react. But like from like third to quarter screen, you can EXTP through fireballs, and it's really good. It's very powerful. It gives you a reaction counter to a fireball. Online, that's a lot harder. Cool. That would have been the death. I probably could have swept that V-skill. This is such a bad range. Having to burn a meter to win. Unfortunate. Guile always makes you work for it. You never sneak one by against Guile, I feel. He always makes you run the gauntlet. That was a really bad jump. That was also a really bad jump. So far he like hasn't thrown an unsafe boom yet. Really bad by me. Nice meter build. MLG meter build right there. How am I going to not get perfected? There you go. I think that should still count as a perfect, to be honest. I wish they programmed it like that. In SF4, if you still have white health, if your white health takes you to full health, you get a perfect when you win, even if you don't have full HP. I don't know why this game changed that. Maybe they want perfect to be more rare, but now it's like insanely rare. Since you like lose it, even from blocking a normal. Scary. Ah, that rarely falls out. Sucks when it does. Ooh, the jump jab, I think. That's kind of a bad thought too. Look at this fat health deficit I have. Not expecting that to work. Not expecting that to work. I think I can blame myself for losing this one. If I lose it, I don't remember. It's looking pretty dire, put it like that. Yeah. This guy's little what do you call it, the message. His says godlike. He must be a really good player. I feel less bad about that loss I just endured. That felt far away. Hayatatsu's so bad in this matchup. I always want it to do something, but it just doesn't do anything. It's too slow. It's such a weird tool. I thought it was really good. When I first played soccer, I was like, this is neat. Safe and fucking, you can use it on, as a read. So much better than like Nick Kelly's like charge back forward punch. But nah, it's like worse. Because it only reads fireballs and not very well. I do like it as an ender though. I've always been a strong proponent of using that as an ender. I used to do it a lot, now I don't. But that was like the change that made me play Sakura. Ah, sloppy. If I blocked that, I would have won. If I punished the sweep, I would have not won, but like been looking pretty good. So there were two ways that I could have played that a lot better. Why am I roundhousing? Oof. I'm getting thoroughly outplayed in neutral right now. That's like the third time I've landed on a light Sonic Cross. I think I lose to this guy. What a combo. I think I lose to this guy, and then I run into him later and beat him. Two dashes was a bit greedy. Yeah, all my years of being in need of coming clutch too. This quarantine is nothing to me. I can tell my mom is getting super stressed out and like just really hating it in general. And that makes me sad. But if it was just me, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't give a shit. The virus has not changed my day-to-day almost at all. This guy would have ranked down if I beat him, and I think I do in fact rank him down. That feel. I don't remember how this goes. I don't remember how any of these matches go. He tried to zonk through a fireball and it didn't work. Sad. That sweep is really hard to punish from far out, so I didn't do it. Bit greedy. I don't know what the fuck went wrong there. I did a regular DP. That's not throw invincible or anything. I forgot what you do there. You sweep. You sweep. Next time he does that, I'm ready. I just forgot. There you go. It's -9. I think every time this guy does that, it works. It's your birthday? Awesome guy? What? Happy birthday. How are you just gonna fucking come in here? When it's my birthday, every stream I go into, I just say it's my birthday and then I leave. I don't even have other messages for people. I'm kind of in the middle of something, so no birthday Sonic. Maybe if you remember at the end of this, then I'll draw you one. My crutch fierce is too late. Birthdays are just whatever. You must be over like 25. That was the moment when I realized I didn't give a shit about my birthdays anymore. That's like all they're good for. Is just fucking saying it's my birthday and everyone freaking out. Take the chip. I feel like birthdays used to be cool for gifts and stuff, but I haven't had anyone give me a birthday gift in a long time. Except my friends who give me gag gifts. They give me like games. I'm talking about like they do actually give me gifts. Me and my friends always give each other gag gifts every fucking birthday. Sakura is not Ryu. How do you mean? Did I do something Ryu-like and it didn't work? I played that pretty badly. I think I win the set, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, places giving you free meals for your birthday is kind of cool. Like when you go to Starbucks and it's like, here's your free drink. Gotcha. Fireballs are good versus Birdie. His Zonka's not very good at countering them from Sakura. You can do that. It's good. Like kick into Fireball is a combo on counter hit. And in general, people just don't really respect Fireball and block that much. Or like they try and get light normals in. And it's good as well because it wastes your V-meter time. So if you do stuff like that, you can get 2 V-triggers in the same round. Way too far away, Beth. That was sadly like not a bad decision, I feel. Luck be a lady. Oof. Got a completely miracle jump on a fucking overhead. Zonk is it's not useless in this match, it's quite good. My Dudley guide in this game? You mean my Dudley guide in... Ooh, I'm bad. He dropped the combo, though. You mean in SF4? That one was a lot better than the first fucking match. Better for me, anyway. It's nice picking up a free fucking cupcake or something. One of my roommates had a birthday, and I was like caught off guard. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's my birthday today." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Neat." You know, I just played it off all whatever. And later on, I went to the Stater Bros and I picked up a cake and I brought it home, back to the apartment. And I was like, "Bruh, birthday." It was one of those little ones. It's like a $7 cake or something. It like made his day. It was like a fucking super low effort for me. I was going shopping anyway. And like we shared it, so like I got cake out of it. How are there people in this world who can block 3 walk-in strongs in a row and still not like hit a button? I forgot how you did that. Oh, got me again. I eat every one of those, I think. I did not challenge that, but I should have. Don't think he could have anti-aired me with where I was. My short actually whiffed. Oops, 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 oops. What a mess. I think short is a punish. Sweep would have been a punish, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Would have been a punish if it hit him. What do I do here? Okay, yeah, that. Whatever. Sometimes you just have really stupid rounds. That's a punish. I cashed out immediately. That shit's like -8. I might have been able to get back fierce, but I just took stand short because it's safe. Gotcha. I like fighting Birdie, but I don't know. I feel like he's pretty good. Ooh, very perfect. I feel like Birdie fell off the map, but he's like not really worse than he used to be. Like he got nerfed a couple times. He's definitely, his VT 1 isn't as good as he used to be. But I still feel like Birdie's like a pretty like high mid. And like no one plays him. You guys notice that? He's just dead. There are 0 Birdie players. Grappler tier list? Oh, I don't know. I would maybe say Laura is really good. I don't know if most people would put Laura top 10, but I would put Laura top 10. I would also maybe put Birdie top 10, and I'm pretty sure almost no one would put him there. I'm pretty sure that would just be me who would put him there. Mika's fine. Abigail used to be good, but whether he's good now is a bit harder to say. I think he's still alright. He's like quite technical. I would say, wait, was I talking? What did I say? I was talking about Abigail. Abigail's still pretty good, even though he got nerfed. Like I still like Abigail a lot. Oh, this is that guy again. I think people stopped talking about him, but they also stopped playing him for Brady. Same with like Kareen. Kareens are more rare than they used to be, even though nothing really happened to make her worse. Ugh. Didn't walk in enough. That was different from the last time I played him. I like fighting Kareen, but I understand why someone would hate it. I like fighting Brady too. I like fighting almost every character in this game. Gal's a bit cancerous. We just wait. You can crouch fierce those. I never do it, but you can crouch fierce those towards fierces. That was like a light DP when I had medium DP. The medium DP might have dizzied him, but a dizzy might have actually been bad there. I feel like a game is very colored by its early top tiers. You know? Like when you think back on MKX, don't you still think about Summoner Quan Chi a little bit? Summoner Quan Chi fell off the map. Mostly. After like, probably like the first year. There was a big patch that nerfed him, and I think he got nerfed again after that. There was another one. Ruby characters in cross tag? Maybe? Not really. What's like a game where people think about the early top tiers a lot? I don't know. I was gonna say Sentinel in Marvel, but I don't really think so. He was nerfed pretty early. This game a little bit. Remember Nash? Remember Chun-Li? Remember Ryu? Chun-Li and Ryu are like, they still exist. But Nash kind of doesn't exist. Yeah, Vanilla Sagat still carries his reputation, but I don't think about Sagat immediately when I think of SF4. But maybe that's because I actually played it. Oh, King of Fighters. Remember Robert in King of Fighters 14? Remember how many Robert players there were? Remember, what's the bitch with the bird? Mama Haha. Was that it? Was that its name? Nakaruru. Yeah. I could only think of the bird's name. Remember how often she was like there? That I feel that colored my. I feel like that colored a lot of people's experience with KO14. Was if you watched any footage of that game, it was just those two, the bird and the girl. I had another one I was thinking about too. Marvel Infinite with the Dormammu. Remember him? Remember early Rosevine? Rose Garden, whatever it was called. The fucking thorns. Remember Zero May Cry? Zero May Cry Infinite Edition? With just Zero and Dante? And no Virgil? Flamecracker was the strong, wasn't it? Thor strong or something? Tier is hard to talk about with Infinite. I don't think I would call either of those characters top tier. They're both pretty good. Maybe like high tier would be maybe top tier. When I think about characters I'm terrified of, I usually think of the Winter Soldier. And anyone with good Space Stone abuse, particularly Rocket Raccoon. Bath. There are a lot of characters who I wouldn't say are strong, but they abuse Space Stone so well that they like end up being strong. You know what I mean? It's like not Hawkeye being broken, it's Space Stone being broken. But Hawkeye with Space Stone is like a top tier character. Jeddah with Space Stone is like a top tier character, even though I don't think Jeddah's that strong. Dude was ready. I rarely do this, stand down towards Roundhouse and walk and throw. Oof. He had to do something like that to win. Nice. Perfect. Oof. Uh-oh, it's starting to get light outside. 6 a.m. I would fit right at home on a fucking Amish farm. I feel like... there we go. He was scared as shit. I was scared of shit too. And then he EXDP'd, and I was like, wow, he was even more terrified than I was. It was like relieving to see him EXDP. It was like, oh, he was out of his mind scared. That flash kick is actually good even to be... That's a good flash kick. That hard Tatsu? I could do that more. New combo! Feels so good to hit. Got you this time, Gao player. Or did I? When a new fighting game comes out, people look at it for like, you know, a few weeks. People are like intrigued by the early like characters, people trying to figure out which characters were strong. And it's always really cool when a game actually has what ends up being a balanced core cast. And it's like every week you see some new shit. I don't think UMVC 3 was balanced at release, or even MVC 3 in general. Or like, you know, I think it was balanced at release. I don't think it's balanced later on once it developed. But I think that it had good enough balance with enough depth that like people couldn't find immediate top tiers. So it was really cool every single week for the early weeklies of Marvel 3. This is probably why everyone loves it so much. Well, like a big part of it was every single week there would be like some new bullshit that someone just found that was like all of a sudden it was the new shit. You know what I mean? Oh, that completely caught me off guard. I was like, what just happened? I feel like Akuma like wins against Sakura until Sakura lands a hit. I don't know if I'd say it's like a bad matchup. I think it's actually like fine. It might actually be a little bit in Akuma's favor now that I'm talking about it. I was just trying to make a joke. Well, not a joke, but like an observation. I feel like I'm losing, and then I look at the health, and it's like tied, or I'm winning. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I just landed a hit, so let me just get this fucking... I blocked the DP, so here's like 40%. 40% meterless. Every team had like 3 entirely different characters, I feel, when Ultimate just came out. You know what I mean? Maybe like someone show up with fucking Amaterasu, and then someone shows up with like fucking Tron Assist. Or like someone shows up with fucking Super Skrull random dives. Cool combo. I don't like the entire TAC system. The only thing I kind of like about it is that it nerfs Phoenix. But I don't like the whole metagame around it. Oh, he was crouching and I still was too far away. Like, this VS2 is really cool. Whether it's good is an entirely different question. Why did I do it? If I just walked in and crouched fierce, it would have hit him. Ooh, that was not a good jump. He ended up getting the anti-air 2 hit back fierce. It's not very common. It's looking a little bit difficult. Looking a big bit difficult. That meter use was pretty weird. I think he could have killed me without that. Is Giant Bomb like a website? I mean, it is, right? But like, was it a magazine at some point? Or was it like a web mag? Or was it just like a big fucking news aggregate or what? I feel like I've seen things uploaded like by like, or like underneath Giant Bomb. But I don't know what it actually started as. News outlet sounds right, but I didn't know if it was physical or digital. So it's like Kotaku. He XDP'd. Cool combo. You ever just see something and it's like an uploader that you never like cared about? And it's just like, who are those guys? Like H3H3, what are those? Who are they? Who knows? I don't. Not me. What is Rooster Teeth? I don't know. Whatever it is, I never looked at them. What the fuck is a Yogg's cast? I don't know. Somewhere out there is some guy saying, what the fuck is a buffet? If I should be so lucky. People love this cat outfit, by the way. I could have got punished for that. That was a good jump, so I thought. Did that not combo? I feel like it didn't combo. Nice shimmy, Beth. I still got a really good position, I would say. I was too far away to trigger cancel. How do you do it? How are there people who can block low? Oh, this. This was the guy. It like went back to being seamless once it stopped lagging. I just let him activate. It's kind of bad, actually, that he got that. That activate's normally pretty hard to get. But I didn't want to punish it because I didn't know we were playing yet. That's one of the very few unsafe activates in the game. Along with like birdies. I like kind of thought he was going to pull. So I'm just kind of waiting here and wiggling. I don't like killing people when they just like, you know. Like, yeah, I'm playing ranked, but I'd rather get a good match than points. He might have been waiting for me to kill him, but I made it pretty obvious that I wasn't going to kill him. So now we're actually playing. That's pretty nice. I don't know if that was worth it. I feel like it wasn't. I lost a bar doing that. I didn't EX Fireball or something. Oof. I mean, all the previous Falks were art. So this is the only one that's, like, not art. I think I was just a bit too far away from the corner and I didn't chance it. It, like, doesn't work unless you're touching the corner. I feel like you can reaction EXTP that overhead, and it cancels like that. Oh yeah, I forgot I actually went for it. Oh. Isn't it unfortunate to... Oh, never mind. Nothing unfortunate here. That's unfortunate. I don't remember if he gave me the rematch. I feel like he did, but maybe he didn't. It, like, lagged. But then it went to being seamless. Or at least for me. That's how you get good, as you coach past you. Past you could be current you. If only he had a little bit of coaching. Yeah, he runs it back. So even though it, like, lagged and he was, like, ready to pull or whatever, apparently he thought the connection was good enough. So I must have gone back to seamless for him, probably. That or else he just thought he could potentially win. If I play Falk, I would use V-Trigger 2, V-Skill 1. I like that combo. The combos feel fun to hit. He just hit like 5 different things in a row. It's like, oh, here's my down towards roundhouse. Here's my staying strong. Here's my staying forward. Here's my V-Skill. Here's my uppercut, punch punch. Oh, I didn't hit him. I tried to air, but he attacked coming down with a nice hitbox. I should have DP'd. Here's my down trigger overhead. I think I just described like 6 actions or maybe 7. Oh, he wasn't doing anything. Venom like Guilty Gear Venom? I feel like there's nothing like him anywhere. He's a fully unique entity. Venom used to be my example for like how the fuck does anyone play this character kinds of characters, but he has lost that to Carl Clover. Carl Clover is presently for me the how the fuck does this guy have mains character. How can people play this character? Oh my god. Caught me off guard. That was kind of a bad dash. I could have got hit. I could have released that. I'm like death to chip soon. I'm surprised he didn't do it on me. I don't remember that. Oh, there it is. If I got that combo. I just don't understand how people can play those characters at like a lower mid level. Like, yeah, you could say that about Minot in this game. But like Minot is still pretty easy when you're not doing VT1 stuff. But she's only a little bit weird. But like those characters, it's like, what the fuck is the mid level? What do they look like when they're being played not perfectly? Good enough. Still a punish maybe? How did I fuck that up? How did I fuck that up? What an ugly round. It's just down towards roundhouse, stand jab, stand short, uppercut. Pretty good. I think spending the meter is not bad. I'll get it back by round 3 if I need it. If there is no round 3, that's good too. Big beefy combos. Surprised he didn't steer out of the corner. Super was super bad there, I think. That was like not the play to use that there. He had a much stronger combo into it later on. He had a lot of scaling on that combo. It was a 50% super. Oh no. Optimal starter. Good awareness by this player. It's always cool to see shit like that. Got him to burn every bar. Of course I burnt every bar. So much for ending the round with a super. At least he has nothing. Tried to meet him midair and I didn't, and actually that was good for me, but then I didn't get the ground punish, so. Good punish. Or like, I don't know how to call it. Good whatever he just did. Reaction? No, I'm not playing. This is past Beth. I'm watching archives of me that were like a month old. I meant to put them on YouTube and now I'm just like, you know, I didn't. So now I'm watching them and I'll put it on YouTube from this archive. You can cancel that on reaction now. I think you already could, but they made it easier. What do you do when she's doing that overhead at you? What's the play? Cool, I love when I hit that combo. That combo feels so good. Ugh. Gotcha. Just cancel a fireball and pray they don't block. That's how to play soccer at VT1. It's pretty good. It's a good strat. People don't block. God, 50 matches is a lot, isn't it? I might just break out and then see how many are left. Delete some and then resume. So here's a Grandmaster Karin. I'm pretty good against Karin. I would call her one of my better matchups. I like know her punishes and stuff, and I know how to give Korean players a hard time. I'm not doing that right now. Don't walk back versus Korean. Just let her throw you. -2. Korean players don't EXTP if they can help it. So challenging -2s is fine. It's always cool when you fight the Grandmasters and stuff because it's like if I win, I only need to win one to like go positive in this. Looking a little ugly for me. Still looking ugly. Fuck was that? It's hard to use roundhouse against a good opponent in this matchup. It like never crush counters. That's like kind of true in most matchups. Good players are just good at avoiding those kinds of things. That could have been it. Challenged! Fuck your mix-up. It looks like he went for down towards punch. But well, my DP beats everything except the kick follow-up. Ah, it hurts. Ah, it hurts. Ah, optimal too. By doing EX quarter circle back kicks instead of quarter circle back punches, he got all of his damage prior to the dizzy. Not a good start. Look at me. Look at that shameless jump. Grabbed me for a fucking mile away though. That was unsafe by him, but I didn't punish it because I didn't block it. Crouch jab is super annoying for Karine to deal with. She hates opponents who crouch jab there. She has to commit really hard to read it. Whereas it's very like low risk. Ah, my punish. Okay. Bit ugly, but I did get it. I had a win sooner if I just took the combo from the stand jab. That was not a safe jump. I could easily time that on reaction to his jump. Ugh. Man did it. I might have had a combo from that one. Gotcha. No forward dashing here. I punish those. I walked out of the throw and he actually like threw. And then I didn't like punish it. That time I did nothing because I figured he might do like, you know, something at the CA. Ah! YOLO. I didn't super cancel! Baff! Baff! Why did I not super cancel? That was awful. Okay, I still won. What was going through my head? You think I would even only do that DP if I was planning on super canceling? That was like the whole point, was that he would attack me because he didn't think I was dead. Or he didn't think he was dead if he ate the mix-up, rather. If he ate the uppercut. I would like to get to master rank. I forget what it is. I think it's 30k. What's good? That was an accident, but it was a cool accident, wasn't it? That one was not an accident. That was calculated. Imagine the meter I could have built. I went for a pretty greedy combo. Got the P on the Grandmaster. Peeing on Grandmasters. That's -5. I should have punished it. I did punish it, but I should have gotten an uppercut cancel. Oh my god, he grabbed me from so far out. Delete this. I waited thinking he would EXCP and he didn't. That was not... I don't know, I thought that would be a combo. That was super risky. I got a counter hit, fucking he still hit a button. Should have been not what had just happened. Ah. Scary. I had no, because of my route, I had no trigger conversion. That was greedy. I was minus there. He can still kill me with like a super, but I think I win. You can just see it. I was waiting. I was waiting for the super. I thought he was going to do shoulder into super. Or like shoulder into EX punches. The fact that I didn't do that told him everything he needed to know. I told him with that he wasn't going to win. Because I wasn't going to bite. I was going to do one normal, just some random time, and it was going to trade, and I was going to win. That's what I told him with that block. After blocking after EX Orochi, or after regular Orochi. I told him that he was not going to have a free win by like getting lucky. Cool. Look at my bleeds. Ah, that combo's so hard. People never punish it, so it's whatever. I love Sakura's fucking jazz hands. Gotcha. Close range fireball. Nice. Decent. Actually pretty good. It's like hard to get a better punish than that. Oh my god, Akuma. EX for the max damage before Dizzy. The meaty. Surprised he had the distance to do that. This is still losable. Maybe I like do dumb stuff, I can still lose. That could have been a kill combo. That was scary. I decided to down back. Palm would have hit me. It was like a mix because I didn't anti-air it. And anti-airing it would have been a mix too. Third strike later? I'm about to go to sleep. If you mean later is in after 24 hours, then that's a possibility. Let me exit right here. And I'm going to look at how many matches are left. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay, here we are. God, there's still quite a lot, aren't there? Oh, I ran into him again. Alright, let's get back to watching. King of Footsies. Zumba Queen. This is like more than I want to watch. But I don't want to have to do more later. If I didn't take the break, it would have been over faster. Nikali is like the fucking epitome of squandered potential. People were really willing to give that character like a go. He was like intriguing. Remember when his face first appeared? And everyone was like, wow. And the lore was first coming up. And it's like, I wonder how he's going to fit into the story. It's not every character has to like have like an elaborate story, but the thing is, Nikali promised one and then didn't deliver one. You know? Like, we don't have any lore for fucking, I was gonna say G, but it's better that way with G. We don't really have any lore for, like, Lucia, but no one expected any. You know? It was never even on the table that Lucia was gonna have lore. Oh, that was dumb, and I'm dumb. One of the worst plays in history. Nikali felt like he was gonna have lore and then didn't. One hit only. Yes, she is a Metro City cop. Ah. I mean, she does have lore in the sense that she like exists, but she has no like relevance, is what I meant. Ugh. This trigger and V-skill combo are so neat. God bless this Kuma player. For using this neat combo. Gotcha. Snatched. I usually, if I ever run into anyone, I start beating them. Like if I run into them again. But I think that there was a player in this set where I ran into them a second time and they beat me the second time. Here's cool characters now play can work. You don't need to know shit about Orochi Chris to want to play him. You just see him standing there with his fucking fire in his hands, and you're like, damn, I want to play that. That's it. It's the whole fucking thought process. Tried to anti-air, it didn't work. Demon Flip is a pretty good move. Wow! I ate that jump strong and thought of Ominous. I think he was a big opponent of Akuma getting jump strong. And I was like, it's not really going to do anything. And he was like, yeah, I know, but like, it'll be important. It'll be like, it's like he doesn't deserve it. Something. It was something like that. That wasn't, I kind of undersold his argument. It was like, this character already has so many air options, why are they giving him one more? All it does is make his close range anti-airs a little bit better, but they're already good because Back Fierce is a god normal. And he can auto-correct DPs as well. So he's got everything that characters usually have for that scenario. I don't know why I went for a reset there, that was dumb. Scary. Ah, that was such a fucking risk. I forgot about that. He was doing so well, and then he just did something that had a low success rate, and like he instantly lost if it didn't work. But it did work, so none of that matters. I just remember being really caught off guard by it. Like that's the way he won. I really like characters that have no business being in a tracksuit. Akuma wears it pretty well. I don't think the tracksuit looks bad on a single character. I probably still could have Crush Fierce that. I was timid because I was still whiffing a normal. That's probably a good trade for me. I think I technically did less damage than I took, but I got Oki afterwards. And I got damage on the Oki. The tracksuit on Blanca is like not my favorite costume on him, but it's fine. I looked at it just today. I actually played it just today. No, never mind. I played Solar Blanca, but I looked at the tracksuit. I covertly play Blanca whenever I'm playing casuals. I remember that. 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 I did quarter circle forward punch, released punch, and then held V skill. And because I held V skill, the game treated it like I was still holding a punch, so it charged the fireball. I literally was so fast with my inputs that like I confused the game. Because I was already back to holding punch by the time like Sakura was doing the charging. That was so bad too. That would have been really nice to land. I would have won. Yeah, combos are cool. Who would you say are the top defensive-based characters in Season 5? Poison and some others? You can play Sim defensive. You can also play him Rushdown. He works differently in different matchups, but I guess I would throw him on the list. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if I call him a top character, but he's so different from other characters that he basically just doesn't fit on a tier list. I guess you could say Fong can be played either way, but most people rush down with him, and it seems to be the better way to play him. Yes to poison. Let me think. There's like a big one that I'm forgetting. Manat. Manat is probably the top defensive character, maybe. She's not like super duper busted. Maybe. It's hard to say. But she might be like, you know, top 5. And she's probably top half. Guile, yeah. I don't know why I was looking at Guile on the screen and not thinking of Guile. Guile is defensive in most matchups. Just about all of them. And he's quite a strong character. Nash as well. A lot of people treat Nash like he's a dash bot. And in a lot of matchups, that's what you have to do. But he actually, like, he can get a lot of mileage out of just, like, throwing fireballs and ATRing. Especially with V-Skill 2 now. Now he's got something to do when he's far away. Whenever he gets, like, an interesting knockdown. Or, like, he's made enough space that it's guaranteed. And that increases his damage output a lot, too. And his neutral. It makes his neutral better. So I would tentatively put Nash, but a lot of people probably would say no to Nash because, like, you know, dash show or dash button is so common on him. He does have a really good forward dash and a really good back dash. So a lot of people treat that like, oh, it's rush down because I can dash. And those dashes do work in a rush down way. But I think his fundamental kit is very defensive. What the fuck was this guy doing? Just hit every kick. That was actually a punish, I think. My meter. I was expecting him to like clash that with a sonic boom, but he just ate it. Abigail. That's an interesting one. I would perhaps say it's accurate. But that's a weird pick for a defensive character. And yeah, Falk. Falk is defensive in most matchups. Abigail is like a... He's like... Most grapplers can be played defensive because they're so strong up close that people don't want to approach them. And Abigail is one of the best grapplers ever at that. Obviously, he does that versus other like offensive rushdown characters. He just like uses his huge range to fucking just control space. Giant fucking jabs. Big old low strong and low forward. Yeah, defensive Abigail, it's matchup based as well, just like Sim is. But defensive Abigail is like super good in some matchups, and it's generally good everywhere. I just wouldn't have thought of him when thinking of defensive characters, but it's true. Birdie as well. Birdie is also that. Birdie can be played in a very defensive way. And it's effective. Anyone with good normals can kind of do that. Like Kareen can be played in a very defensive way because of her good normals. A lot of people just like walk in button, walk in button, walk in button. But she works defensively for the same reasons. She like controls neutral, basically. That was almost certainly minus. Ah, look, I got him. I probably actually had the release there. Would have been good. Someone look up what diethylamide is. I'm kind of curious. Diethylamide 25. Diethylamide. Ah, look at that little walk. Got me. Go. I don't know, it's there. Is it the kind of thing that would put you on a list? Is it an ingredient to fucking PCP? Oh. LSD. When I got hired to Home Depot, one of the trainings I had to do was learning to spot the ingredients to a pipe bomb. That always stuck with me. Turns out you can make a pipe bomb very easily out of things you find at Home Depot. What's funny is I don't even remember them all. Obviously, like a pipe, like metal tubing, and then manure was one of them, and then like nails. They were like very specific things. Lucky jump. That wasn't even an A tier. I mean a punish on the fireball. Yeah. A disgruntled Home Depot employee would know how to make a pipe bomb. Go pick up. Go Beth. If you look up the ingredients to a pipe bomb, you're definitely put onto a list. I wonder how many lists I'm on. I've made some questionable Google searches. Pictures of my neighbors naked. Oh. Looked up homemade fireworks as a kid. Uh-oh. Isn't it kind of cool? You can just go on Google, and you can just Google search Jennifer Lawrence asshole, and you'll see it. Isn't that cool that we live in that world? That if you want to look at Jennifer Lawrence's butt, you can. Ugh, I got shimmied. I'm bad versus Nick Kelly, I feel. I don't know what to do. I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what the counterplay is. Probably blocking that and punishing it would be good. His kit feels so weird. He could have walked up and DP'd me and maybe it would have been better. Oops. I've gotten some perfects. So it's okay to get perfected. Perfected. When will be the bath nude leak? Ugh, what a bad DP. What was I going for? Fireball? I don't remember. I can't believe any of those worked, let alone all three of them. I did show my feet. It's epic showing everyone. If you've got a foot fetish, I think my feet would be like bottom 10 feet. That's not true. Feet can probably get so bad. I think I would probably get like 3 times as many viewers. See how I got that counter hit crouch jab? I had stand short into Tatsu there. Oh, this. I remember this. Something weird happens in this round. And I'm like, what the fuck? You can do that? I thought that went away when he got hit. The breath, but it doesn't. Or it might not be this round. It might be later. I thought it was like Thunderclap. From Laura. Oops. Oh, I tried to meet him midair and I couldn't. Is this it? No. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I tried to hit him, and I didn't. Did not hit. People don't use that breath that much. I think it's okay. I talked about a lot about using it as a meaty in my video about it. I didn't talk about it that much as using it as a neutral tool. But this guy kind of convinced me that it's definitely, like, there's something there. Oops. This Nick Kelly's fucking me up. No, you got it backwards. The breath is the trigger attack. He loses the jump and pound for the breath, and he loses the ground pound for the crawl along the ground projectile. Most people pick BT2 for Nick Kelly. This seems to be the more popular one. Yeah, breath is the trigger attack and puke is the skill. And ground pound is the skill. And jumping ground pound is the trigger attack. And no one uses the jumping ground pound. It's like non-existent. I don't think I've ever seen a Nikali pick it. I'm surprised I don't see the puke more, but then again, I never seen a Kelly. I think the puke is pretty good. I actually think it's really good. Lucia with a lot of points. What will I do besides die? I don't know how to fight Lucia. I've only fought like 3 of them ever. If this guy got to like rank 510, knowing how to play Lucia, I don't have a hope. Was that good? It looked good. I feel a bit of Ken in this design. I definitely could have whip punished that, I'll tell you. Everything in Lucia's kit is really interesting. I'd like to see a good Lucia player, but I don't even know anyone who's tried to make her work. I think PR Rog was playing her for a bit, right? But now I think he's not. Now he's playing like Balrog and maybe like Kage. Oh yeah, gunfight. Lovely combo. Pretty sure he could have just killed me there. But whatever, let's like do our best. Gambaya. A lot of people say that Rog's worst matchups got a lot better because of that V skill 2. People always say Geef, but I think other ones, right? The V skill 2 to fix your counter picks is like the dream. It's what every character wanted. Oops. We're talking about Rog VS2. We're talking about Eduardo Perez, that ad. How are you going to have a character with the same name as you and not play them? Technically speaking, there's a Street Fighter character with the same name as me. Wait, what? Rog went back to Ed? Ed went back to Rog? What's going on? I'm confused. Alex and Ken are my first and middle names. Do you play either of them? Oh, I definitely could have whip punished that. This is my first time ever seeing this costume, by the way. The first time I played this guy.
Lucia wins.
What would be the ultimate last name for someone named Alex Ken? Guile. It would be Guile. Alex Ken Guile. Gotcha. This guy claims to be the king of footsies, but actually I'm the king of footsies. I'm good in this matchup. You guys may have noticed. But this guy has a lot of points and seems to be really skilled. And also he just dropped 2 fucking really bad drops in the same round. Oof. Technically speaking, the strong back fierce EX up ball into uppercut, that's not optimal. I just realized that. In that same punish, I can do crouch fierce into EX up ball into light Tatsu into uppercut. I'd rather have the hard DP enders, so I have slightly better Oki. He still won, by the way. Oops. That cross under. So sneaky. Oops. Help! I'm getting footsied by the king. Fucking his low strong beat my sand jab. He was there just a bit too fast. I didn't know whether it would hit. Those two hits don't always combo. Nice. And it looked really far. I didn't think it would work. I think I go 1 and 2 against this guy. I don't remember. I played him before in ranked, and I think I beat him last time I played him. Like overall. But it's been so long that I don't really remember. I might have only beaten him once. Alright, face status fixed. Anti-aired. See that anti-air? Big damage. I usually use VT2. What do you want me to say? It's good in this matchup. If you're going to ask about my VT2 use, then you probably should have picked a better matchup, because this is the one where, like any Sakura, I pick VT2. It lets you get better conversions from lights, and I value that quite a lot. It also just does more base burst damage, which I also value a lot. I better fix my face fast. Nice autocorrect. Perfect. Most people are really bad at that. This guy got a nice clean one. Oh, whiff punished. I hate when that doesn't work. They made that combo more consistent. It still falls out every now and then. I feel like Kemi would be the easiest character in the game to like have a robot play them. It's kind of greedy of me. I'm saving my meter. Also, I could have killed him right there. On the trigger activate combo, I could have had a super for the win, but you know. VT2 with Monot seems to be quite good. The main thing about it that kind of keeps it fair, obviously it's cheaper, and obviously it's a lot worse. But the fact that you can get 2 of them per match, and the fact that she struggles to like not die to even get VT1 up, I feel like makes VT2 quite viable. I feel like you can do either one. If you're not good enough to do V-Trigger 1 stuff, you might as well pick VT2. I just held them back, waiting for the dive kick that never came. I had a punish there. He did the throw. Down back beats the throw. Oh, slugged in the face. This matchup gets hard once I get cornered. As I am right here. What the fuck is Artie Lightfoot? It's a Super Nintendo game. It's quite good. I don't know why I put it on that list. I just put every game that I wanted to play through. But like, I just played through a lot of them in just one day, you know? So it's like once they were done, they were done. Stand short to punish that. Pokemon Online is something I used to play a whole lot. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I know everything about Pokemon AMA. How do you block that? Pretty sure that's plus, but I haven't thought about it in a long time. My favorite Rotom form. That's a difficult one. I guess it's Heat. Ever since the heavy duty boots came out, Rotom Heat is really fun to use. I should have mashed DP. My next favorite is probably water and then grass. My favorite gen was 2 when I was a kid. Now it's 5. I like the all new Mons of 5. If my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is Venonat, which new Pokemon would I like? Frostmoth. No. Yes. Volcarona. Someone who likes Venonat would love Volcarona. I'm getting Miko'd! Help! Did you know that Mika's V-Skill powers up her normal throw? I found that out recently. Favorite Pokemon Gen. I just answered. It was 5. I do like that Gen 2 has 2 regions, though. So my next favorite would probably be Heart Gold, Soul Silver. After that, I like them all equally. And I didn't play 8. Does V-Reverse power up? That's a throw. If she whiffs a throw, does she lose the V-Skill? Probably not, right? I hate fighting Mika, I'm bad. What did I do there? If I jumped, I think I got hit by Nadeshko. I think I was fucked the moment I blocked the hard kick. Gen 1 is one of my favorite games to go back and play, even though it's obviously one of the worst. Just for the lack of quality of life improvements. I think I did better the second time against this guy, but it was like bad still. I review all my matches, but not usually on stream. I usually just put it on my YouTube. And also my YouTube has like a lot more subs than this place does. Fuck Nika. I don't think Nika's broken or anything, I'm just kinda bad. Oof. I got one. I think I take a Meteorless Ender here. Yeah, I do. I was once bitten, twice shy. See how I did Heavy Tatsu and then jabbed? That's +2. If I do Stand Strong, she has just enough time to get armor on EX Shooting Peach. So I do a 4-frame instead of a 5-frame. Her reversal does get out of that. Oh, that's unsafe, but I didn't know how to punish. I did short right away, but it was too far. We're talking about Pokemon's difficulty. Let's do a good old Pokemon Kaiser Blue playthrough. Kaiser Blue is my favorite Kaizo. It's definitely not the best one. It's actually quite shitty. But the idea of making a Kaizo out of fucking Pokemon is hilarious. Ugh. Why'd I do it and why'd it work? That was such a bad roll. Some of the HM locations, every now and then HM locations are just so cryptic in a horrible way. Like, Surf is like, just beat the fucking 5 people in that one evolution house. In like, I forget the name of the town. It's the one with the ghost gym. Or like Fly is just an NPC who you talk to, but you have to talk to them after a certain point. Also, once I got Fly, I didn't have anything that could fly. So like I had to walk back manually. The HMs are always a little cryptic in every game. It's like rare that they're not. It's like, oh, well, this HM you get from your dad giving it to you after you beat him when he's the 5th gym. That's like, that one's given to you. Surf and Gen 3, I think. That one's like fair. But most of them is just like talk to a person, and it's like missable. Like the novelty of the location of the Fly House in Gen 1 will make you go there. It's like, whoa, there's a house up there. And the game kind of forces you to get cut and has NPCs telling you where it is. But like, Surf is, I think Surf is just in the Safari Zone with no like fucking bells or whistles. And then the gold teeth in the Safari Zone give you strength. And they're both like right next to each other. It's just a randomly stepping NPC in a town though, that's the thing I'm getting at. It's very easy to not talk to someone like that. Like, I'll talk to the people in the houses maybe. You get a shuckle doing it in that town. Very awkward from both of us. Oh, I missed my ATR. What was I doing? I'm getting distracted by chat now. There it is. People like to hit buttons there, but it's actually +2 after forward dash for me. Remember having to get through the fucking cycling path like super fast? I didn't even know you could do that until recently. I think this guy does overheads again and again, and I think I keep on like successfully blocking them. He like doesn't mix, or he like I think he does mix at some point. I fight some Balrog at some point who always does the overhead, and I actually like block it every time. So like I shouldn't have even been in that kind of position. You know what I mean? Like I should have lost the mix there. He just went low for making bullshit dumb reads, but the opponent like does the same plays, so my bullshit dumb reads are like working. Whoa. I hate the surfing in Gen 3. I hate it. Oh, that should have been activate. I should have won right there. There is actually genuinely too much water in Gen 3. I like Gen 3 overall, but there is too much water. Half the routes are water routes. Literally half. 1 out of 2. And as long as there's water routes, there are, 1, you cannot avoid the grass because there is no grass. You get random battles no matter where you're walking. And 2, it's always the same 3 mons. It's always fucking Tentacle and Wingull. And whatever the other one was. Same 2 mons. I was super disappointed by Gen 3 the first time I played it because I beat the game expecting like the Hoenn gyms, or not the Hoenn, the Johto gyms, and they weren't there. I genuinely thought there were going to be 16 badges in Gen 3, and then when there weren't, I was like super pissed the game was already over. I was like, what the fuck? Took me way longer to beat Gen 2. That empty jump was super good, by the way, but I didn't capitalize on it. Certain characters have really narrow anti-airs, so you can bait them like that. Hoenn is beautiful. I don't know which region I would call the most beautiful. I really like Gen 4's region, actually. I mean, I hate Mount Coronet, but in terms of beauty, it's really good. There's certain things about Mount Coronet that are really cool, and certain things that are really stupid. I actually don't remember the locations of Gen 5 that well. I remember the giant fucking bridge. I remember some of the cities. Remember all the gym leaders. Whoa. Easy reads. Bad punish. Cool combo. Remember when I learned to complete that crouch jab combo and then I like unlearned it? Oops. I think he just like randomly just KKBs into a short, yeah. I wish that every Pokemon game had a new fucking, just a whole new set of Pokemon. I know why they don't do that, but I wish they did. I think it was so cool, the fucking initial Gen 5 loadout of Pokemon. 3. Surprised he already built 3 by that point. It's kind of scary. Never mind, always blocking high. Oh. He mixed me up so well right there. You see that? I got hit low when he went overhead. Or whatever. I blocked the wrong way like 4 times in a row. What the fuck was up with Az in Gen 6? I don't even remember the villain's motivation in Gen 6. But I do remember that Az was fucking tall. And I remember you fought him after the game like finished. He was weird. There's not normally shit like that in Pokemon. Just like a random fucking giant god man who was like 1,000 years old or whatever. Not a good short. I'm kind of getting fucked up right now. I think that was a drop from him. There were obviously like enders he could have gone for there. That's a punish. That was a really bad jump over. But what he did was even worse. He did like 2 like terrible low forwards, just hoping to hit me. Probably thinking, I don't know what he was thinking. He was just gonna go into trigger, but if you can't go into trigger if it's blocked. I think I was actually too late there. I think he could have like hit me. I don't know actually. I got a counter hit, so. Ugh. That was good. Tried to get the KKB. But he actually did it so fucking late. I loved N in Gen 5. He was super cool. God, he was a badass. What a bad jump. The 3-frame. N had such cool gimmicks. I love that he walked away with one of the legendaries at the end of the game. That was really badass. And yeah, his theme and his story are neat. And I like his, he's like friends of all Pokemon, Pokemon are not tools and whatever. And then every time you fight him, he's just got the local fauna helping him out. That's badass. His team was different every single time you fought him. And it's just whatever mons are local to the region. Ah. I think he was expecting a crush counter, didn't get one. Lucky block by me. Yeah, the mindfuck during the Elite Four. You don't even get to fight the Elite Four champion in Gen 5 until you've like already beaten the game. That shit was funny and cool. That's like a standard that I never thought they would break, you know? Pokemon is normally so formulaic about that stuff. God, I'm just talking to the chat that no one else can see. No one who will see the YouTube archive. That's a punish. Vega's a really easy matchup for Sakura, but this guy played really well, and I couldn't beat him. I think I might have beaten him once in 4 games, 5 games. He like did a lot of like his reversals were really good, considering like all Vega has is a 3-frame and that's it. Um, he made his 3-frame do a lot of work. He was like really smart about like just when he should block his way to safety and when he should do the 3-frame. What is that on block? I kept trying to like do buttons after it. I thought it was -2. Uh. It felt like this Vega like never got a meaningful hit ever, but he beat me like again and again. Oh, look at that. Look how perfect that was. I went for the walk and throw. I like started doing crouch jab after blocking the EX roll, and I kept trading. It's my 3-frame button. It was trading with what he did. My best guess is the first one I just messed up, and then everyone after that, like if he doesn't, I think my crouch jab probably whiffs on his after I block his EX roll. And so like it just doesn't do anything until he hits a button, and then they trade. I should like lab that at the end of this just to find the timing. Ah, what a bad punish. No anti-air either. That actually got me a lot. I was actually like surprised at how weak I was to that. Vega can cancel into a low, and so you have to block low during his fucking combos. That would have worked even though I did the straight fireball. Oops. The meaty. He didn't get the combo. There were a lot of things I did wrong in this little set. Oh, I whiffed through him. I was too early. I always fuck that up. The punish window is actually kind of small. Yeah, especially because he can actually do 2 different backflips. So not only is it kind of small, but you've got to like recognize which version it is. It's not easy. It's a terrible viewerverse, but like I've had a lot of Vegas to have that work on me. There was no lag there or anything. I just like was waiting for him to play. Too far. Shouldn't have even gone for it. Should have canceled the low strong. Nice jump. I was ready for it that time. Ah, see? He got out. Well, he didn't get out, but like, you know. Big brain, jump into jump. Galactic brain. That shit is actually pretty strong. You have to be kind of a retard with your jumps in this game. Bad jumps and good jumps look the same. Look at that confirm. I actually blocked the initial normal. He raw confirmed off of the low. He does it a couple more times against me. He's really good at it. I was like, Christ. That dizzy bar. I played Elena and Evil Ryu. Literally like top 2 in the game. Hi Tika Marina. I also played Ken and casually Vega and Guile and Kemi and Makoto. Cashing out. This is not ranked. This is the CFN. I'm watching a replay of me. Blocked it. Not a great punish though. That's one of those. There are very few attacks like that in this game. It's unsafe, but it's like really unsafe, but kind of far away. So you have to do something like a low forward to punish it, or like a low strong. Depends on your character. Ew. This is like I played really bad against this guy. I'd like to play him some more. Ah, got me with the parry. Imagine if I empty jumped. I didn't even think about him doing that. That would have been a good play. Empty jump. I don't think about Vega as a character having a parry. I usually just see Vega's combo into that trigger and that's it. It's that Nikali again. I think he thrashed me around last time I played him. So this time I was like, hmm. People just respect that shit. I had a combo off of that jab stand short. What's he doing? Just let me beat him up. You see that? He just waited patiently for me to kill him. Not anymore. That drop, I think it was deliberate, but it struck me as really weird. I should have anti-hit that jump. Jump back like strong or something would have been really good. Uh-oh. I could have anti-hit that too. Oof. 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 Hey, got him. I know those kinds of ground pounds are weak to jumps, but I don't like jumping in on Nikali. It's scary. Ah, caught my dash. Oh, where's my cancel? What went wrong? Oh no. Wait, did he always get that? Low strong activate, stand fierce? What the fuck? He must have. I don't think they changed anything about that. How many characters have an air combo and also an air throw? A few. Jury. It's not so rare. Who's Jury? I'm sure there are others. Chun-Li has both. Technically, Ibuki has both, but her air TCs only reset out of her command jump, I think. Or only don't reset. That! You see that? And he got the combo out of it, too. I thought it was like Laura's Thunderclap. That caught me completely off guard. I was like, what the fuck? Nice anti-air. What do I do? How do I contest that fucking breath? I don't remember how this ends. It's kind of scary just watching it. Ah, he traded. Seth is so cool in this game. He makes Seth and SF4 look really horrible. I started working on my Seth guide because I never actually did one. It was at the beginning of March. 1 month and 20 days ago that I did this ranked. That was a bit ballsy. The visual redesign is fine. I don't even have any strong opinions on that, to be honest. It's cool, I guess. Girls are better than boys to look at. But the gameplay redesign, I think, is really inspired. It truly feels like he's like stealing moves now. You know what I mean? Look at this awkward wiggling. What's he doing? He just like stopped playing again. Oof. Sometimes I watch replays of myself and I'm just like, what the fuck was I doing? That's supposed to be into a fireball, I think. No cancel? That was just fucking, I was not on it this match. Or the last one either. What the fuck? Instant jump jab, what do you want? Nothing. That was a combo. This game has like as many Shotos as SF4 does, to be honest. In fact, they made Sakura more Shoto-like in this game than she was in 4. That was lucky. I think that was an EF command grab. Dude, all these people are pouring in at 7 a.m. This chat was pretty slow for hours. They must be like a reasonable hour somewhere in the US. Both games have Ryu Kanekuma and Evil Ryu. 4 has Oni. This game has a more Shoto-like Sakura. 4 has a less Shoto-like Sakura. All the Shotos are definitely more different in this game. Whoa. Ah, I got the pickup. I love when I get that combo. Oh, just hit him, hit him, hit him.
Sakura wins.
Coaster for losers? This post could only have been made by someone who lives in Illinois.
Round one.
You must be from Chicago. Wisconsin, but close. Hmm. Kage should have been Evil Ryu? I have the exact opposite opinion. I feel like Kage is a much better version of Evil Ryu. Evil Ryu is probably the least inspired character in the history of Street Fighter. Let's be honest with ourselves. We all already know that Akuma is already Evil Ryu. So for just another one who has a lot of the same gimmicks as Akuma. Literally the same guy with the same name and most of the same moveset.
Round two. Fight.
Every now and then this guy just stops playing. See, like adjusting his playlist? Answering the door. I think Kage looks cool. With Loney teeth. Uh, I love getting the light Tatsu into EXDP on online opponents, knowing I'll never see them again. I wonder if I could have crouched fierce there. Oh, scary.
Sakura wins.
Nothing even, I never got to like a meaningful number in this session. I just stopped playing. I hate Laura. I don't really hate Laura. Laura's okay to fight. I used to hate fighting Laura, but now I've gotten a little bit better at it. But this guy's good, and he takes me for a ride. Left forward against Thunderclaps is pretty good in theory. Oops, I should have converted that. Oh, I got me with the overhead. I whiffed perfectly as he fucking whiffed the heavy elbow. Don't do -2 stuff against Laura, by the way. Some dipshit like El Fuerte Rufus, you mean like Abigail? You telling me you look at Abigail and you don't think he's some dipshit? He's like the definition of some dipshit. He's actually dumb. El Fuerte is just weird. I can't believe I blocked that. What do I do there? That's the scariest thing Laura has, is when she throws a thunderclap that doesn't hit right away. But if you hit any button, it hits you. I actually love Abigail's design. You guys are all high. I think that he's like he's like Capcom poking fun at people who play grapplers. It's like, yeah, this is you. You just pick the biggest guy on the roster no matter what. Look how dumb he is and you'll still play him. That's Abigail. Abigail is Capcom saying this is this is grappler players, vroom vroom. I like goofy designs and I like cool designs. And Abigail actually I would say has shades of both. Definitely on the goofy side. That forward dash was really bad. I actually suck her after EXTP forward dash is -4. So it's like beyond really bad. It's like actually like unsafe. Perhaps not a good activate. I missed it. I missed it. I could have canceled that one too. Make it stop. That bait was good, I think. Oh my god. How many... That was a really bad EXTP. I had a guarantee button there. He was minus and I EXTP'd. How many V-verses did he have? He did like 4 in that round. I tried to sweep it, but I was too far away. And look at all that huge combo we got. That was unsafe. Challenged me with this reframe. And then crossed me up. Make it stop. He drops his combo. I can hit confirm crouch medium kick like 1 out of a million. In training mode I can do it decently. But in match it's so much harder. Sometimes I'll do it and I'll be like, it felt like I confirmed that. But other times I'll just raw cancel it and it'll be blocked and I'll be like, oh. I got smushed by that Laura. I think this is my last 2 or 3. I play this guy and then I just leave. Ugh. That roll is so bad. I keep on treating it like it's V-skill, my other V-skill. V-skill 1. It's not. Not even a little bit the same. Look at that! That was an accident. I was, because I already had a fireball on the screen. So I couldn't put up another one. So I got that, instead of getting a heavy fireball, I got Stand Fierce. Really cool accident. Unfortunately, I was fully unprepared for the option select that I did. This Vega just has my number. And Vega players in general, but this one in particular. It feels like when I run into a Vega, it should be a free win. Counter hit. He gets reads on me really well, too. See, I traded with my crutch light punch. Challenged me successfully. I have to do a little bit of extra walking to chase a back roll. And I think that fucked me over right there. Wake up 3-frame. I could have won right there if I just did a regular ass meaty. But I did a delayed meaty. He had like no respect for my meaties at all. So I should have just done regular ones and exploited that, and I didn't. I think this matchup is good for Sakura. I don't know if it's 7-3 good, but it's like definitely 6-4 good. So it's like interesting to fight a player who's much better than me in a matchup that theoretically should be strong. Look at these counter pokes. That reaction was really fast too. I think fireballs are really good versus Vega, and I didn't throw almost any. The trade, and he was plus after the trade. That was really confounding me, to be honest. I like very strongly thought that was -2. If only I used the feature that's like go to training mode with this character. Damn. Forgot about that. I had like low forward activate there. Or not activate, low forward EX Tatsu. YOLO. I didn't have Oki there, so I just went for like a meaty that like had no mix-up, and I thought it would work, but it actually didn't. He did not hit a button. How did that whiff? Like you would have blocked it anyway. Oops. A lot of people shift from down back to straight back once they block an activate combo, I've noticed. Especially if you're not close. But one of the things Sakura gets in BT1 is a good reaction, or like a safe conversion from a low. A really weak combo. Should work harder on getting the same strongs when they're guaranteed. I do the jab because like I want to be ready for nice confirm for if he blocks it. Because jab on block is better than strong on block. Because of the lower pushback. I went for uppercut and then I mashed roundhouse. Why did I do it? Also, why did that just happen? Tell me everything about what we just saw. I think I would get like a miracle light kick, yeah. And then I think I win. Because Vega with mask off takes a butt ton of damage. No, never mind, I don't kill him. I think I do win though. I managed to scrape one on this guy. Imagine eventually Ibuki just can't throw kunai anymore because she's just run out of them. G can lose tools while he loses health. He can't lose presidential levels on his own. The opponent has to knock them off of him. What was I doing? Oh, what an anti-air. Look at all the damage I just took. Oh no! Look at this pressure I'm in because I did an anti-air one time. Ugh. Think. That probably does nothing in this matchup. I should have held it! I should have held it! Gotcha. I heard a low strong. I know the sound of that normal. Probably an activate was a lot better than what I did. I can't believe that wasn't a punish. It feels like an accident that he's not going for the straight one because the straight one's actually safe. In fact, I think it's plus. There used to be -2, but now he zooms, or like, now I think it's +2. But it doesn't really matter mid-screen because he zooms through you.
Final round. Fight.
YOLO! Look at me jump. No respect. Ah, I can't jump. That super's looking pretty scary. There it is. I could have catch first that because I didn't commit to anything. Oh, I had V-skill there. What a mess. What a mess. My pressure was just not there. Watching these makes me want to play some ranked, but I don't want to do it while the stream's going because it'll maybe lag. I ended up with almost the same number of points I started with. When I like sat down to play all my ranked matches, I had like 20k. And when I finished playing all my ranked matches, I had like 20.4k. So like I just basically did nothing for several hours. I learned matchups. That's important. Where the fuck is Vega? You play long enough and you'll plateau. Oh, I have to do it on block. I didn't even know you could do this for a little while. If you set yourself, if you set the dummy to block, it'll do it like during these too. I didn't even get the light kick out in time. The hit stun on it must be dumb as fuck. That was super early. I hit the button so much sooner than I thought. Yeah, it's a lot earlier than I thought. Mm. That's gonna be weird in a match. Medium. Okay, stand jab. Okay. I can do this. I'll be ready for that next time I run into someone doing it. I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm gonna go sleep. I ended up watching replays for ages. 4 hours and 15 minutes. 18 minutes. How the time flies.